Hello, Brent Haynes with Wood Sound Flutes. I have 4 flutes I'd love to share with you today. The first flute I'd like to share with you is a low C made out of cocobolo. It's trimmed with ebony, with yellow cedar burl, and with a little bit of turquoise. We have our shoulders on this, our inlaid shoulders on this flute, the bear totem, and this bear is made out of a piece of yellow cedar burl that is really just absolutely exquisite, very beautiful. This particular piece of cocobolo is from the newest cocobolo I've purchased. If some of you have been kind of following things, you'll know that this new cocobolo has this really outrageous grain. If you look at the grain here, it comes sweeping into a line and then stops as if the grain should have kept going, but all of a sudden it's almost like it was laminated to another piece of wood, but it wasn't. It's really bizarre how the grain can grow like that. But it does that in cocobolo from time to time, and it creates a really spectacular looking grain pattern. So anyways, this is cocobolo in a low C. Again, the low C in cocobolo, and a really beautiful instrument. This instrument, as well as the other 3 that I'll share with you in just a moment, are all available currently on my website. That's www.woodsounds.com. And we can always make something custom for you too. If there's an instrument you've been dreaming about that you would like to have custom made, just give me a call and let me know. A lot of people, it's funny, they'll make a comment like, "Oh, I can't afford a custom flute. I'll just get one that you've already made." But there's no difference in cost between a custom flute and a flute that I make for inventory. For me, it's the same. Everything we make is custom. Every flute I build is a custom-made instrument. It's all made to specific parameters and is unique in its creation. The only real exception to that is going to be the first flute, the cedar first flute, which is always unique because the woods are always unique, but the woods are always the same on that. But at any rate, so if you have an interest in getting a custom flute, or if you see a flute that you love but you'd love a different totem on it, just let me know. We'd be happy to do that for you. The flute in my hands now is a mid-G made out of ambonia burl. It's trimmed with red moral burl, ebony, and some turquoise, and this is in the key of mid-G. Again, mid-G Amboina burl. And this is just a really, really sweet flute. Amboina burl has been a wood that I've really enjoyed over the last year. I bought a large burl this time last year, and we're getting close to being out of the wood, but we have a little bit left, and I'm still just delighted with the instruments that we get out of the Amboina burl. It's really a spectacular wood. The next flute I'd like to share with you is a mid-A made out of York gum burl. This is a wood from Australia. It's quite durable. It's a very strong wood. It's trimmed with the red moral, the ebony, and some turquoise, and just a really exquisite wood. It is really, really lovely. Mid-A York gum burl. I get lost in that flute. It is really, really lovely. It just rings and sounds so beautiful. The last flute that I'd like to share with you today is Ironwood, and this is in the key of mid-G, and it's a medicine man scale. So the scale is quite different from the mid-G minor Amboina burl. In fact, let me just show you real quick. This is the Amboina burl, and this is the medicine man. And if you look at the finger holes on each one, they're different from each other. And the reason is that the scale on this flute is quite different from the scale on this flute. Your basic minor scale is, and your basic medicine man scale sounds like this. So it's a very, very different sound from the minor scale. But you'll also notice that I lifted this third finger up, third finger from the top. I lifted that up as I went up and down the scale. That's to get the basic scale on the medicine man flute. So it's completely different notes than what you get on the minor scaled flute when you lift your fingers. What that does for you as a player is it helps you get into a real creative space. It kind of is a paradigm shifter. That's what I like to call it, because when you lift your fingers after you've been playing the flute for a while, you learn to expect a certain interval from lifting a finger. When that interval changes, it throws your mind into chaos. It doesn't know what to do with this change. And so it's trying to sort it and put it into a place where it can deal and understand what's going on. And that whole process of chaos and going back into order from chaos is creative. That allows you to get into a new creative state where you'll spin out new songs than you would have before. So it's a real fun tool for a person that's been playing the flute a while and is wanting to get into a new creative space, if you will. This scale came about when Robert Mirabal and I sat down in his backyard and went through his Medicine Man song that he plays on an ocarina, and got that scale figured out. And then we went ahead and applied that scale to the flute and added one more note because it just felt like it needed to have it there. And that's where the whole scale came from. And this is the original Medicine Man song. So that's the original Medicine Man song, or something like unto it. There's a lot of other songs that just spin really naturally out of the Medicine Man flute. One of them is Amazing Grace. You'll notice as I play this song, I don't need to use any half holes at all. In fact, watch this. You hear that? Da, da. That half hole that normally is half holed on a minor flute, I don't have to half hole on the Medicine Man flute because that note's right there. And so that really is a lot of fun for people that play Amazing Grace. It really allows you to get a little freer and more creative with the melody. Anyways, I'll go ahead and play Amazing Grace for you on the Medicine Man flute. Again, an ironwood Medicine Man mid-G. And this flute is trimmed with Ambonia burl, turquoise, ebony, and has our really cool little new buffalo totem on there. Anyways, this also has our shoulder inlays, which I think is really cool. So I hope you enjoyed those songs and the flutes. If you have any questions, by all means give me a call at 801-822-1415. You can always reach me via email at brent@woodsounds.com. Have a wonderful day.